Hey, thanks for coming in today, everybody. See if we can put on a semi-decent show this evening. It's the Virtual USA Flying Club Wyoming Free-for-All. Nick Gresla, Fartface, thanks for coming in today. There we go. There we go. Snow on the ground. That looks about right. Yeah. Very good. Very good. We are in the Mooney. Little blue and back livery this time. And we're going to get ready here to do a briefing for the Virtual USA Flying Club in just a second. But I am going to start my airplane. There we go.
Quick question. What do you guys use for the fallback aircraft type on VATS on X-Pilot?
Usually just Cessna 152.
What's the full mindset for me?
Should just be C172. Oh, we got a briefing that starts in just a few minutes here, chat. It's all good, Mr. Gresla. No worries, man. No worries at all. My computer is being a little stuttery. Hopefully that kind of cleaned itself up. Anyways, chat, here's what I plan to do before we go through this briefing. I'm going to start at Yellowstone Regional, KCOD, fly all the way down here to Riverton, the home of Brant Nyberg. Fly up here, make the stop at Du Bois. We're going to go find the Tugwotee Pass right over here, which we're going to have to be, it looks like, at least 10-5 going this way to get the Tugwotee Pass. And then we'll come on down here to Jackson Hole, and then from Jackson Hole we'll make our way down to Pindale, and that'll be the route that we have tonight. Lengthy route. It's going to be a bit of a scream here tonight. We'll see. I might not make it all the way to Pindale. If I run out of energy, I might call it good at Jackson Hole, but I do want to hit Jackson Hole because that is the towered airport, and we did request ATC this evening. I don't see anybody online yet for Jackson Hole, but the event technically will start for a minute. Let's go ahead and kill the music because I'm going to start the briefing here in just a second. Going to give you a nice wide shot, kind of a quieter view of the area, airport area, while I do the briefing. Started working on partial panel. Nice, man. That's awesome. Good stuff. All right, 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Let's get started with the briefing. Thanks for coming in today, everybody. Appreciate you being here for the Wyoming free-for-all. No need for me to pull the live on the actual briefing itself. If you guys open up the briefing, this event's pretty straightforward. We've done a few of these free-for-alls for those that have been here and for those that are new to our events and haven't done a free-for-all yet. There's only the one towered airport tonight, which is Jackson Hole. And then the rest of the fields are uncontrolled, so just the big thing, VATSIM Unicom is 122.8. Last check, it looks like ground and tower are both online for Jackson Hole, so it looks like Salt Lake did put out ATC for us, so we're very grateful for that. So definitely, even if you can only do 1 or 2 legs, try and make Jackson Hole be one of the departure or arrival airports that you make for your couple of legs there, because they were gracious enough to give us a little bit of ATC on the ground and tower there. But otherwise, you can start at any of the 5 airports you like, and you can fly them in any order you want. I do ask that you do full stop landings at each field. If you want to go a touch and go at the uncontrolled fields, you can get away with that. But definitely a full stop landing at Jackson Hole, especially since they do have ground and tower online, so you want to give that ground controller some work. I blocked the event for 3.5 hours because this is, you know, some decently length legs that we have to do here to get to all these airports. And I originally wanted to do more than 5 airports, but there was just no way that that was going to work out. So 5 airports it'll be. Usually we do 6 for an event like this, but it's just Wyoming is a big old state. Again, you can start wherever you want, kind of go at your discretion. Be mindful of terrain. There's a lot of it on this in this area. Brant talked about some of the points of interest to potentially look at in a remark on the GA chat. If you want to scroll up and find that earlier today, you made a note of that. Make sure you have Virtue Safe Flying Club in the remarks as always, so people can see the group of us and know exactly who we are, and make sure you guys are following the event etiquette. But otherwise, like I said, this is a very open-ended, pretty straightforward event. Hopefully you picked an aircraft with a little bit of speed, or if you want to go slow, that's fine too. We did leave the event open for the 3.5 hours for that reason, just to kind of give everyone the time that they need to hit up all the spots and check out the great views. Brant, since this is kind of your domain, this is your, we'll call it homelands, I guess. Do you have anything that you want to add in terms of potentially scenic viewpoints or things that the pilots might want to check out?
No, not really. I mean, it's I pointed out a couple things, you know, in between some of the various airports, but one of the cool things about flying in a place like this is just exploring too, and there's all kinds of good spots. And yeah, so if you have specific questions about specific areas, I can maybe point you in more detailed directions, but otherwise, don't pet the buffalo, and bears are not your friend, and that kind of stuff. Welcome to Wyoming.
Thank you very much for that, Brant. Does anybody in here have any questions? Again, this is a pretty simple kind of go at your own pace, do your own thing event. Take that as a no on the questions. If you do have any that you think of, let me know. Otherwise, everyone can get started. Let's roll right into this. I'm sure everyone's got their routes and legs picked out. Again, if you don't plan on doing all of them, at least hit up Jackson Hole for a departure or an arrival, just to give the ATC that decided to sign on for us, because we did request them to have ground and tower, give them a little bit of work. Otherwise, have fun, guys. Alright, let's get to work, chat. First things first, my first stop is going to be Riverton, KRIW, so let me throw that in the old GPS here. Just so I can give myself some reference. I'm probably going to pretty much go just direct to Riverton on this first leg. First couple legs are going to be mostly just direct with the GPS, and then as we get a little bit deeper in, it'll start to get a little bit more involved.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
We're flying with live weather or preset?
It's your choice, but I would recommend live weather because it's VFR everywhere. Daytime, nighttime, that's also your choice as well.
Okay, Roger. My only concern is there some icing potential with live weather, so I'm not sure if that altitude with my 172, that may become an issue. That's why I thought maybe putting it on preset.
And that's entirely up to you. If you prefer to just kind of set it clear and not have to worry about that, that's entirely your call. You can do that. Just know that the people at the uncontrolled fields are going to be using the real-world wind to dictate what runway they're using, so base it off of whatever real-world wind is for your selection of runway at the uncontrolled field.
All right, understood. Thank you.
Yep. We've done what we needed to do, chat, to get set up here, really. So let's go ahead and remove the parking brake and just get right on into it. No reason to wait up. What's the weather at here? It's 100 at 7. We have a runway 4 and a runway 22, so it looks like I'm going to taxi out to runway 4 here. Yellowstone Regional, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie is taxiing to runway 4, Yellowstone Regional. You guys will notice I will be glancing to my left a few times here during the night, just kind of checking out the Devils game, because the Devils are playing the Flyers tonight, so I apologize for that, because I will be kind of here and there kind of bobbing my head to the left to kind of look at my TV, to keep an eye on the score and what's going on potentially with some of the action of that game. But let's see. Finals clear. Runway's clear. I would say that we are good to go. Yellowstone Regional Traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie is departing runway 4 to the southeast, Yellowstone Regional. Go ahead and make our way to our first stop, which is going to be Riverton, Wyoming. It's full power, watch her go. Positive rate, get the gear up. Start a right turn to the southeast. Yellowstone Regional Traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie is departing the area to the southeast, Yellowstone. We're rolling right into it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get kind of a heading going about this way. We're going to get the autopilot on, we'll go heading, altitude, then I'm going to get the vertical speed up 1,000. And we'll start climbing up to 9,500 feet is going to be a good altitude for this leg. So we're going to climb up to 9,500 feet. Great view of our mountains here off our right side. Beautiful little paint job on our Mooney here. Thanks for coming in today, everyone. Good to have you aboard. Hope you enjoy the ride that we got for you tonight. Doing some flying in the state of Wyoming for the Wyoming Free-for-All with Virtue USA Flying Club. Just count and see how many of the Virtue USA Flying Club members we got going on right now. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I count 15. That's not too bad. definitely a much better view off of the right side, chat, no doubt. What happened to my my names up at the top are all screwy now. The recent follower, recent sub, kind of all messed up here. Let's see. Recent sub. Recent follower. It's a long name, so that's why it's kind of doing that, but we'll at least kind of get it centered so it's a little bit out of the way there up at front. Just being nitpicky with my own stream here. And yes, this should be a fun one. We got plenty of good views. Let's see, we're coming up to our altitude here, actually. Let me get this down. And we're going to hit our altitude button at 95. Coming up here. And big old boop right there. Hold our altitude. Perfect. And we'll get our prop back. Do 2300 RPM. And we're just going to be maxed out on the manifold pressure. Because the altitude, we're only going to get 21 on the manifold pressure anyway. They're all kind of squared off that way, and we're looking good. Well, let me get my G's up before I forget, the landing rate meter. It's going to be important. Get that going. Great view off of the right here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to kind of, I guess I should get this thing into nav, huh? Kind of just been on a heading here. Let's go ahead and do this and then go into the nav mode and let the airplane kind of nav us towards Riverton so that we don't get lost here. And then we can keep the good view off of our wing after the turn like that. And we got a little bit of spam that we need to take care of here. Chat, don't need any spam like that. Go ahead and ban them. We are cruising right along. It really is just an amazing snowy view on this part of Wyoming. This is the western part of Wyoming that we're going to be, all of our stops are pretty much. Let's see, we're about 25 minutes out of Riverton, so we got 25 minutes to kind of follow along this little mountain ridge here. Thanks for icing up today. Oh boy. No ice, hopefully. Weather looks good right now. Thanks for coming in today, Good Fixins. Really hard to not appreciate that view that the sim gives off of the right side there. It's fantastic stuff. like a good turnout. Yeah, it's actually a little bit higher than I was expecting already. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I believe I count 15 Virtual USA Flying Club members out there so far. So yeah, not bad for a Tuesday night on VATSIM. And if you guys see me looking to my left here every now and then, it's because I'm checking the score of the Devils game. Devils are playing the Flyers tonight, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on the game when I get a chance here and there. Actually, they're making a good rush up the ice right now. Oh, a shot blocked though. So yeah, every now and then I'm going to be sneaking a peek, chat, at the old Devils game there, so I apologize for that. Blue Jackets are beating the Panthers, nice. Captain Crunch 4-11. That is, I mean, whatever floats your boat, buddy. But I'm not off to a hot start there, those Rangers, are they? Thanks for coming in today, though. Yeah, there's no score yet in the Devils-Flyers game right now. My view is definitely off our right side. So for those that are just joining in, here's what we got going on right now. If we come over to the second monitor, we took off out of KCOD, which is Yellowstone Regional. Pretty much just flying right along this mountains that we see off our right side. Obviously, if we get too far to the west, we're going to run into them, so we'll try to avoid that. We got a little bit of higher peaks over here, too, so we'll make sure we end up being to the east of that, so we don't run into that guy right there. And then we're going to be flying all the way to Riverton, home of our buddy Melvin Leroy. We'll see Ocean Lake and everything like that going into Riverton. Wind 3403 there, so we might just be able to kind of pick whichever runway we want at that point. There is a 1028 and then a smaller runway 6 and 19, but we'll probably do the left downwind for runway 28 is what we'll plan at Riverton there. That one seems to make the most sense with the wind speed, or lack thereof, and we can just do a left downwind for that. He likes punishment. He's also a Jets fan. Oh, well, I mean, I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, and our season didn't fare any better this year either, so I feel ya. It hasn't been a good sports decade for me. I'm hoping that this decade turns out to be a better one. Devils are off to a semi-decent start. We'll see how they handle the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. So we are in the midst of the Virtual USA Flying Club Wyoming Free-For-All. This is the event we're doing right now. Yellowstone Regional Riverton, and we're going to go to Dubois, Jackson Hole, and then I already forgot. I think it's Pendale is going to be the last one that we go to. At least that's my plan. Coming up, our next event after this one is going to be next week on Thursday, February 4th. We got Road to Super Bowl 50. Or I forget what Super Bowl that is. LV, is that 55? Super Bowl 55, I think it is. Where we're going to be doing a charter event, actually, and chartering people in for that game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who looks like they're going to have a home game because the game's in Tampa, so the Bucs actually have a home game against the Kansas City Chiefs. I personally think the Chiefs are going to win. But, yeah, that's pretty impressive that Tampa Bay has made it all the way to the Super Bowl, and they get a home Super Bowl since the Super Bowl is being played in Tampa Bay. So pretty crazy. Brady is officially the greatest of all time. He wasn't running. I'm inclined to agree, because now he can no longer be judged as a system quarterback because he went to a completely new team, and he's once again going to the Super Bowl. So yeah, I would have to agree that it would be hard to argue against him being one of the greatest of all time, no doubt. I mean, it'd be hard to say otherwise at this point. Downright impossible, really, to say otherwise at this point. I'm wondering if 9,500 feet is going to be enough altitude, chat, here. I might have to come a little bit to the left to kind of get around these mountains. We'll have to see when we get a little bit closer. Not sure if we would clear those mountaintops right off of our nose there. Such a great view off of that right side, though. Should really just leave a camera over there and forget about the mountain in front of us for now, and we'll worry about it later when we get closer. Yeah, no, it's crazy what he's done for Tampa. I still think Kansas City wins that game, though. I think they're just a better overall team. Looked like the Devils might score for a second. They did not. And we're on just our first leg here, about 15 minutes to go till we get to Riverton. It does look like I'm going to have to maneuver around these this little mountain range in front of us, doesn't it, chat? And then, since that's the case, I'm going to go to the left of it, so I'm going to give myself a heading out here to kind of fly around the mountains. We'll go the long way around to Riverton. Probably switch the fuel tanks. Been on the left side the whole time. You can see we got like a 5-gallon difference. That's a bit of an imbalance, so I gotta pay more attention to that, chat. And we'll go ahead and switch the old fuel tanks there. Start balancing that sucker out. There's 12 in the Discord, but I counted more of us on the network. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so I still count 15 flying club members, so that hasn't changed. So 15 is the count so far. There could potentially be more flying club members that join in on the event, you know, as it gets deeper into the evening later on. It's always a possibility. kind of flying almost towards the Boyson Reservoir. So it's broke off a little bit here because these mountain ranges are kind of a bit of a high peak. So I'm broken off towards kind of like the Boyson Reservoir. We'll kind of wrap around in here, and then we'll make our way to almost kind of like this right here to kind of make our way into central Wyoming for this first leg. Good Fixin's got daddy duty tonight. It's all good, man. Happy to have you involved with the stream tonight. Thanks for coming in today. Trying to maintain a view here, game. Let me have this. There we go. Oh, there's a little clouds cover this way. That's should make things a little more interesting then. We don't really have any de-ice system in this Mooney. A little bit of weather right now is not exactly what we were hoping for in this area. It says it's clear in Riverton, and even the airport that we're near, it's supposed to be clear. So I don't know, this weather might be not exactly what I had in mind here. It's falsely generating this tiny little layer here, which is not going to really be too much of a bother for us in terms of staying VFR, but just the icing that I would potentially be worried about. So let's hope that that kind of levels itself out here. I did not see that, no. Sure, that was entertaining though. So it looks like we can clear the mountains in this area right here. So this is why we're kind of going more this way. Again, I see this little, you can see right through the layer. Just hopefully it doesn't put any ice on the airframe, because then that would be pretty awkward. Like very, very awkward. Yeah, IRL, if I have an airplane that can't take any icing and I know there's going to be icing conditions with potential of these clouds, I would immediately be going somewhere else, definitely. You would never fly intentionally into known icing conditions unless you had the ability to kind of de-ice an airplane. So we're about to find out what the sim is going to do with me in this situation. Only 10 minutes out of Riverton. I'm gonna put us back into nav here. And so thankfully it doesn't look like we picked up any ice through that, and it was just that little patch of whatever, so we've survived this round. What clouds, Chad? I didn't see any clouds. You guys are crazy. Beautiful little area right here. So that's the Boyson Reservoir is going to be right over there. So we're more still to the west of that, going towards Riverton here. We're only about 26 miles out, so less than 10 minutes now. And I do still plan on using runway 3. What did I say the runway was? 28. That's the one. We're going to plan on using runway 28 at Riverton. We're going to have to overfly for the left downwind, runway 28. Unless, is it right downwind for now? It's a left. Okay, so we'll overfly the field for the left downwind runway 28 into Riverton. Not liking this little bit of layers again, kind of all around here. According to real world weather, it's supposed to be clear, so I don't know what you're trying to pull here. It says scattered 1,300 on the Rex weather force here. The last update on real world weather here is clear skies, so this is giving me something that's not accurate. Maybe it is, because this one is saying 2, 3. No, it's not accurate. This weather is behind, so I'm gonna restart the weather synth here. See if that maybe does anything for me in terms of giving me real weather, because this is pulling old data for Riverton. It's still pulling the old weather, which is scattered at 1,300. It's supposed to be 10 and clear. So, alright, we're going to have to deal with it, chat. And there's no way around it here, since we are using the real weather. I should probably start descending, since we're getting pretty close, right? And we need to get down to 6,500 for traffic pattern altitude, so I'm going to start a little descent here. We are going to be well above the terrain now. See if we can't get below these scattered 1,300 layer and find the field. There's the lake that's to the east, the Ocean Lake, chat. So we know we're right where we are because we see Ocean Lake there. So let's go ahead and descend down and get below this layer here. Go down to our 6,500 for traffic pattern altitude. No, in real life this layer wouldn't be there, but Rex weather force is giving me old weather, which is annoying, but that is what it is. So it looks like the Flyers scored, so the Devils are losing 1-0 here. In the first period, that's a bummer. They can get back, get this game tied up. Once again, we're descending through this cloud layer that in real life it's supposed to be clear, so it's annoying that it's there, but we're just kind of winging it, chat. Hopefully we're not going to build up any ice coming through those layers, since they're not really supposed to be there. And we should see the field at some point. We're about 10 miles out. Riverton traffic, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie. About 10 miles to the north. We're going to overfly the field for the left downwind runway 28 Riverton. let's go ahead and level off here for now. Should actually really be a little bit higher because we don't want to be at traffic pattern altitude if we're going to overfly the field. Kind of thinking about that a little bit late too. Pull out the old downwind sim binoculars, see if we can't see the field. I see something flashing out there. That could potentially be the runway we're looking for. It's going to be hard because I'm guaranteed the sim has got the airport covered in snow. And they forgot to plow the runways, I'm sure. So it might be a little difficult to actually come and see the field. See the field right here. Zoomed in. Okay, I kind of have a beat on it now. So what I'm going to do, chat, is I'm going to take the autopilot off and kind of do this by hand now. Whoa, why is it trying to force me one way or the other here? My yoke, that was weird. If we're going to overfly the field, I should climb back up a little bit here, chat. So what we're going to do, put the first notch of flaps in. Make sure we're above the traffic pattern altitude before we decide to go in here and join the left downwind. Although with the clouds where they're at, we can't really go too much higher than where we're at right now, so we're just going to kind of work with what we got right here. I'm going to bring the prop full. Fly to join the left downwind for the longer runway. Captain Uendask, thank you for coming in today. Hola. We're about to do our first landing into Riverton, Wyoming for our Wyoming free-for-all event in the Mooney. A bit of very thin clouds that we're kind of just plowing through here. Nothing to really be a factor. We've still got a visual on the runway. If you guys want to take a stab at a landing rate guess, now would be the time to start getting those landing rate guesses in, because we're going to be joining the downwind here soon for our arrival into Riverton. So anybody who wants to take a stab at a landing rate guess, oh, looks like they did actually plow the runways. But now would be the time to make that guess. Riverton traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie is overflying the field for the left down runway 28, Riverton. P-Bar says 190 feet per minute. It's a solid guess. I know if Kenny Monster was watching that he would say minus 173, but he's actually participating in the event this evening, which is always a beautiful thing, so he won't be guessing tonight. Let's get the gear down. Flaps to the second notch. And we'll join the downwind. Don't want to be too tight on the downwind. Right about here will do us pretty good. Riverton traffic, Mooney 4 Mike Charlie left down, runway 28 Riverton. Turn our base here, note the runway behind our 45. Riverton traffic, 4 Mike Charlie, left base, runway 28, Riverton. There's our base turn. We're coming in very high, so let me get the power out, keep that nose down. Riverton traffic, Mooney 4 Mike Charlie is final, runway 28, Riverton. Hit the wrong button there for the push to talk, sorry about that. Got that random outside view change. So gear down, flat and full, slightly high, but we will correct for the, there we go, see, we're coming right into the glide perfectly. No one else put in a guess, so you might get this by default, B-Barth. Power out, let this thing settle in. Minus 55. Not bad. Managed to miss that first exit. If I was harder on the brakes, then probably could have made it, but we'll just go ahead down here and take the next one. And then I gotta remember where the FBO is here real quick. It is, if we just landed 28, it's gonna be off our left. So out over here. It's like the Devils are losing 1-0 in the first intermission, so they've got some work to do. Hopefully they can give me a little bit of a comeback. That'll be sweet. Nope, almost taxied right past the mark here. So we'll just park right out over here, because we're just going to quickly reset for the next leg. Really, I should have just taxied back to the runway, chat, so you know what? Screw it. We're just going to go right around. Pretend we did what we needed to do, and we're going to go right back out to the old runway. Right back out here to the old runway. So I'm just going to swap my flight plan from Riverton. Now we're going to go to KDUB, which is Dubois. We're going to go at, what altitude do I need to go to Dubois at, chat? I need to go to Dubois at 8,500 feet is going to be plenty, so we'll go at 8,500. Send that flight plan away. I may not have remembered to call clear of the runway, chat, but we're doing all right because we're just gonna get on out here and take right back off. Riverton traffic, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie is departing runway 28 to the northwest, Riverton. We'll go ahead and take her right back off on out of here. I need about a 290 heading out of here, so really almost runway heading. But we'll go 290 on the heading before I get the GPS set up, and we'll just get right on out of here. Like I said, let's go. Start our second leg to Kilo Delta Uniform Bravo. You can see it takes a little bit more time to get the airplane airborne at these higher elevations. Need a little bit longer of a takeoff run to be able to get up off the ground. Click the autopilot on. We're gonna go heading. Altitude, but we'll go vertical speed 1,000 feet. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get this all set up now to go direct to K, D, U, B. And again, I don't understand why this sim doesn't draw the line from where I'm at. It continually draws a line from up above for whatever stupid reason. But we are going to be now going, and if I hit the nav button, this should take us directly to KDUB Airport. So again, that's just the, unfortunately, that's just a simism. Not much we can do about that, chat. Oh, did pick up a little bit of ice here. Oh, I never put my gear up. Are you kidding me? What am I doing here? Push on. Boy. So now we're picking up ice this time, chat. Not good. And it's supposed to be clear weather, according to Sky Vector, but not working out that way right now. Unfortunately, no way to de-ice the airplane either. This Mooney, so this should be very awkward, to say the least. We'll keep the pitot heat on and see what happens. Realized I could brighten these things up. Probably should have had that brighter for you guys. Sorry. Oh, see what happens. A little bit hard to see out the windows there with the ice. Did I stop climbing? I don't think I asked the plane to stop climbing. Maybe I did. I might have accidentally told the airplane to stop climbing. I just realized that the vertical speed had gone from 1,000 back to 0, so that's on me. I must have accidentally hit it while I was trying to do some other things with that whole situation that was going on there with the ice. So this is going to be annoying because I don't think the ice is going to go away after we land at Du Bois. So I might have to, unfortunately, kind of reset where I'm at in the sim to kind of get it to work properly once we get a landing over there. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Does it just seem like I'm in a perennial turn here? Something is not working correctly all of a sudden on this airplane. Oh, past our altitude. We're gonna go back to heading, back to nav. Why is my trim all sorts of jacked up here? Slowly getting the airplane back to where it's supposed to be after a little bit of hiccuping there. I think we're back on track now. Slightly annoying having that ice like that, though. Won't lie. Unfortunately, there's really no way for me to get rid of it either. Pull the defrost on. Guess that could help, huh? Possibly, if the sim actually simulates it. Anyways, we're about 13 minutes out of Du Bois. I don't know how you say it. Do you say it as Du Bois or Du Bois Municipal, KDUB? I'm gonna go with Du Bois and be all fancy pants about it.
That's awesome, man. I love it.
North-northwest of rough winds, I just saw 3 aircraft.
Gotta love it.
Sounds like a lot of USA Flying Club members are all kind of congregated together around Pinal right now, which looks to be the case. But defroster doesn't appear to be doing anything in this sim, which is frustrating. Good view in the valley here, though. Now the weather starts to clear up, which is good. Problem is, though, I don't think we're going to be able to get rid of this ice unless we reset the airplane. So we might have to do that here, chat. When we land at Du Bois, we might have to reset the sim before going over to Jackson Hole. Temp on the ground in Du Bois is -10, so there's definitely no way it's going to come off. So we'll have to, like I said, we're just going to unfortunately have to kind of reset the sim a little bit when we get down at Du Bois, or whatever you call it. Brian, how do you say KDUB? Is it Du Bois or Du Bois?
Du Bois.
Du Bois.
Boys. Yep.
Thank you. See, I could always just ask the local resident, chat.
You say Du Bois, you're gonna get beat up in that bar. I'm telling you.
Du Bois it is. Thank you.
Although when you get across the border into Idaho, there is a Du Bois. It's spelled exactly the same way, but they know how to pronounce it. We don't.
Oh boy. It's kind of funny, chat. Du Bois and Du Bois. always ask your resident Wyomingites how to pronounce the airports in Wyoming, chat. Should have done that right from the get-go instead of trying to pronounce it on my own. So yes, we're going to Du Bois. We're about 9 minutes out from Du Bois here, chat. About 30 miles, 9 minutes, that's not too bad. Oh, I never pulled the prop back. I could have been going faster the whole time. Jeez Louise. Definitely lost my focus on this flight after we started picking up the ice. It's amazing how quickly something like that can happen, but I was wasting ground speed there with my prop not being as quick as it was. The elevation's starting to pick up here. The field elevation at Du Bois, 72.99, so 8,300 feet is trap pattern altitude. We're more or less going to be right where we need to be in terms of TPA, so we're not going to have to descend a whole heck of a lot going in there. Wind 170 at 8, so it looks like we're going to have to do the left downwind for runway 10. So we'll plan on the left downwind for runway 10 over at Du Bois. If we can see it, because the ice is not going away in front of us here, even though we have the freaking defroster on. This might be a difficult landing to do with ice on the windscreen, chat, so this may turn out to be slightly entertaining. This landing into Du Bois, and then obviously I'm going to have to reset the sim here before we go over to Jackson Hole. Actually, instead of going all the way to that pass, chat, I think I might go kind of direct to Jackson Hole. I'm looking at my legs here now just to kind of save some time. As long as we get up to 10,500, we should be able to clear some terrain here from where I'm looking at. So I might be changing our plan here just a wee bit to get to Jackson Hole. Keep it a bit of a shorter leg, save some time. I don't want to be too late because I am back on call tomorrow for work. I don't think I'll get called tomorrow, but I have a feeling I'm going to get called in to work on Thursday. Getting close, about 6 minutes out. Again, we really don't need to descend a whole heck of a lot to be at the TPA. I will just go vertical speed here.
Dubois traffic, November 7 Lima X-ray 10 to the south. Overfly the field for the right downwind runway 28, Dubois.
Someone's saying it the incorrect way there, chat. It's Du Bois, not Dubois, as Mr. Nyberg told us. I'm gonna put myself right to the traffic pattern altitude here. Gonna be 8,300 feet.
This one higher than going in.
There's a little bit of an anomaly there in the front of the in the sim here. You guys can see him circling with the mouse. That's a bit of an anomaly right out there. Do you think he was holding his pinky? Maybe, man. Maybe he was. Hopefully the sim gets rid of that little anomaly that's out in front of us here, because that ain't supposed to be there. I don't want to crash into that while we're trying to get to the field here. That'd be kind of awkward. Oh, there's our altitude that we want to hold. Now the hard part, like we said, is going to be finding the airport now. Because of this little ice that we have on the windscreen, I'm going to have to kind of look up like this. This thing looks like it's probably blocking where the airport's supposed to be. So again, hopefully the sim kind of gets rid of that here soon-ish. Otherwise, it's going to be really awkward. This is a leg where everything is kind of falling apart on us here.
Dubois traffic, November 7 Lima X-ray is 2 south, overfly the field at 9,000 for the right downwind, runway 28, Dubois.
I'm trying to find the airport, but it's kind of hard with these things in the way that aren't supposed to be there. Oh my god, go away. It's pretty fucking annoying, I will not lie. Oh my god, the Flyers scored again. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Not good. Okay, I guess this isn't going to rectify itself. Well, as soon as I say that, though, hold on. That one went away. Is this going to go away? Go away. Du Bois traffic, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie is 8 miles to the east. Going to enter the left downwind for runway 10, Du Bois traffic. They went away, chat. Thank God. Now we gotta find the airport. And I think it's this snow-covered little runway. Yeah, right here. Here's the field. When we kind of go through all the ice and everything. So we gotta come to the right a little bit. Kind of set ourselves up for the left downwind. This is gonna be kind of a pain in the butt to deal with this ice on the windscreen. So we're definitely resetting when we land on the ground here. Definitely gonna have to reset the sim.
Traffic, Charlie Golf 21
Start slowing down.
8 miles to the west,
Prop full.
field for,
Switch the fuel tanks, because I keep forgetting to do that as well.
Probably runway 10, Dubois.
This is gonna be tricky, chat, with the way that my sim has got all the ice out here, obstructing my view. Look at that, I can come outside of the cockpit. It's like cheating. We're not gonna cheat though. We're gonna just kind of find a way to make this work. Get the autopilot off here now. Oh God. Oh, that was weird. It's probably good that we're gonna reset anyway, because it seems like the sim is all sorts of bugged out right now. Let's get back up to the altitude here. 8,300 for the left downwind. God, what is wrong with the sim right now? Alright, well, if you guys want to put a landing rate guess in, go ahead, because this should be interesting. It is definitely not going to be pretty. Du Bois traffic, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie, left downwind, runway 10, Du Bois. See what we can do with this, chat. Probably not going to be, like I said, it ain't going to be pretty.
Boys traffic, Baron Charlie Golf Lane Mike X-ray, crossing over midfield for right 1025 into the right downwind, 2 boys.
Bois traffic, Mooney 4 Mike Charlie, left base, runway 10, Du Bois.
Du Bois traffic, November 7 Lima X-rays, straight in runway 10 behind Mike Charlie, traffic in sight, Du Bois.
Getting way too low here, chat. This is falling apart fast. Du Bois traffic, 4 Mike Charlie, final runway 10, Du Bois. Okay, alright. Oh boy. Somehow, minus 45, somehow. God only knows how. I don't know how, chat. I'll take it though. Oh, we need to clear the runway for the people behind us. Oh boy. Du Bois traffic, 4 Mike Charlie is clear of the runway. Okay.
Du Bois traffic, November 7 Lima X-ray, short final runway 10, Du Bois.
Well, everything about that was just pure not good, but let's disconnect from the network so we can reset the sim here. Good lord. That was an experience. Yeah, right now the Devils are losing 2-0 to the Flyers. Not good. Chat, not good. Hopefully they can pick that up. Let's reset here. KDB. Let's go ahead and set ourselves up on the ramp. Reset the flight conditions. Everything is good. Fly now. The Devils are taking penalties left and right now. It's going to be one of these games, chat. We're probably going to get blown out tonight because they're playing like idiots. Okay. Reconnect to the network. Let the Rex weather force kind of sort itself out here. Why is it giving me weather for PNA if Matt DB? Okay. I don't know why I'm asking questions. The sim is acting weird tonight, chat. Gonna just kind of go with it. It is what it is. Let the sim do its weird little thing. We're gonna put K-Jack in here. Fire in the hole. So Jackson Hole again. We're not going to go direct this time. We're going to do a little bit of a different route. Now there's no snow on the ground. Okay. Let's reopen Rex Weather Force. Try this again. This thing is pissing me off. Eric Flight, thanks for coming in today. Good to see you, sir. We are having sim issues, not like issues with the stream or anything, just sim issues because it's acting really wonky. The sim is not exactly, you know, acting as it should. So we're retrying a few things here. Restart Rex Weather Force, see if that fixes something. See, I'm having issues with Rex personally, but I just reset it, so hopefully it works this time. Nope. Now suddenly there's no snow on the ground. I've got monoliths everywhere over here too. Whatever. Whatever. Let's keep moving. Oh, you gotta actually enter the runway here to get for takeoff.
Dubois traffic, Parent Charlie Golf Lima Gas Straight, clear up runway 10, Dubois.
Dubois traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie. We'll get out of your way here. We're back taxiing runway 10 for a departure to the west. There'll be a left downwind departure. Dubois. Cut some grass here, chat. No harm done.
Dubois traffic, November 7 Lima X-ray, taxi runway 10 for departure, number 2 behind Mike Charlie, Dubois.
Going to Jackson Hole next, where we will have some ATC coverage. Last check, there was still tower.
Oh, this was a good idea anyway, Dubois.
We're not gonna need the whole length of the runway here, chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around. Thank you. Dubois traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie is departing runway 10, left down departure. Dubois. This airport's kind of funky, chat. Let's go ahead and get on out of here again. Excuse me? Oh, for some reason my prop was in feathered mode.
TBM 816, about 10 to the east of the field. We'll overfly and enter left-hand.
Nothing going right so far tonight. Oh, we're airborne again. Well, now we can see land. I kind of miss having the snow because the snow kind of made it feel a little bit more realistic. Snow might come back maybe when we get closer to Jackson Hole. I don't know why I'm having issues
left crosswind, Dubois.
with Rex Weather Force tonight personally, but whatever. Like I said, we'll see what happens when we get closer to Jackson Hole. boys, traffic. Mooney 124, my Charlie is left downwind, going to be departing the area to the west. The boys, last call. So we need to climb up to 10.5 in order to go the way that I want. Go ahead and do this for now. We'll get the autopilot on, heading out, but we'll do vertical speed up 1,000 feet per minute.
Two boys, traffic TBM 816. 5 north of the field at 9,100. Overfly the field, left pattern, runway 4.
So we want to kind of go in this valley here for now, before we then eventually cut it over to
which runway are you heading for?
Jackson Hole.
Sorry, 10. My apologies. TBM 816.
TBM 816, bearing Charlie Golf. Du Bois traffic, bearing Charlie Golf Lima X-ray, back taxi, runway 10, Du Bois.
Du Bois traffic, November 7 Lima X-ray is clear of the pattern. Last call, Du Bois.
Sim seems to be sorted out now. Seems to be that we're working, so alright. Sounds good, Eric Flight. Hope your flight's going as well. Things seem to have calmed down on my end, chat. Seems to, being the opportune word there, because God only knows what the sim actually is going to decide to do. Who knows what'll happen next? Kind of missing that snow effect, chat. It was definitely a lot better when it looked like there was snow on the ground. It looked more realistic that way. Now it's kind of a letdown that we're not showing snow. So 10.5 is coming up. Here we are. So we're gonna hold this 10.5
directly over the field, 8,800 on the left upwind, runway 10. Du Bois.
And I believe now at 10.5 we should be able to kind of go directly to Jackson Hole here in just a little bit. We're not going to go direct yet, but in a little while be able to go direct and be able to avoid all of the terrain by at least 500 feet, which is what we're looking to do.
Du Bois traffic, TBM 816, left crosswind, runway 10.
Traffic, bearing Charlie Golf Lima X-ray.
Great view of the mountains out here in Wyoming, and bigger mountains out over here. That's going to be, I believe, on the west side of Jackson Hole is where those bigger mountains really are there. So. Some point here we're going to be fairly soon going to be going toward directly to Jackson Hole. Actually, we're going to do it now, so I'm going to go direct now, and then I'll use a heading later if we see we have any obstacles to kind of deal with. So let's go right into nav right now. We'll go towards Jackson Hole, and then as we move along, we'll see if we need to adjust our course in any way, shape, or form. as we get kind of closer.
16 left base 10, boys.
In terms of the terrain, but at 10.5 I think we should be good now going to Jackson Hole. Famous last words. Should.
Heading, boys. Traffic. TBM 816 on the final 10, boys.
Two boys traffic for Charlie Golf Line 1 check straight, turning left downwind for departure to the west. Two boys.
So again, Jackson Hole Tower is still online on 1875. So we'll get that frequency up and ready, since we're about 30 miles out. Bit of cloud cover pouring its way into the sim right now. Ooh, taking a bit of a hit on the frames in the sim as the weather is kind of injecting there. Hopefully that kind of levels itself out. Big frame hit right now. Come on. Level out here, Sim. You can do it. I believe in you. Sorry for the stutters, chat. My Sim is I'm losing some frames on the Sim as it's trying to load in the weather here.
Potential aircraft Jackson Tower is now closing. Contact Salt Lake City Center 120.27.
Oh, so we're losing that. 120.27. So we're switching to center now is going to be covering Jackson Hole. The tower is going to be signing offline, it sounds like. Sim is struggling a little bit.
Care 712 advise when you have the bells and weather, say approach request.
Salt Lake Center, Care 712, can we get the ILS runway 12 with vectors?
Care 712, roger, you can expect vectors to final ILS runway
finally starting to smooth out.
Runway 12 Bozeman.
Expect vectors ILS runway 12, Care 712, thank you.
Very good, alright. So it took a hot minute, but my computer started to
Is that
calm
what
itself
everyone
down.
wants to do, vectors to final to the ILS?
No, Care 468 is going to change things up a bit. We're going to ask for the VOR runway 12 approach.
Looks like the Devils scored a goal.
Care 468, roger, expect
Very
the
nice.
VOR
2-1
runway
now. They're getting
12
themselves
approach.
back in the game.
We expect the VR runway 12 approach, Care 468.
Excellent, excellent. It looks like we are clear of these mountains, if only by just a little bit here, chat. Skimming the tops.
Alliance 289, reduce speed now 210 knots, then descend to maintain 900,000.
First career
Fly
NHL
heading
goal for
vectors
Michael
to the
McLeod.
approach.
Devils are back in the game. We've been playing like crap and taking a lot of penalties, but we're only down 2-1 and we're right back in it. So, take that. Can't be mad about still having a chance. I know you were I knew you were a Flyers fan, Philly man. Who could have guessed that?
And who's that making that request?
Who could have guessed that you would be a
RNAV,
Flyers fan?
GPS Alpha. Carried through and roger.
Beautiful out here, isn't it, chat? All the mountains and everything like that. Absolutely gorgeous in the sim. Absolutely gorgeous. We might have to come just slightly to the right here.
Alliance 289er, turn
What's the weather at
left heading
Jackson Hole? The wind is calm.
060.
So we'll see what runway he decides to give us with the wind calm. Salt Lake Center, good evening. Mooney 124, Mike Charlie, about 15 miles to the east at Jackson Hole. I'd like to proceed inbound for a full stop.
Number 214, Mike Charlie, Salt Lake Center, roger, report, safe position?
And yes, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie. We're about 13 miles to the east of Jackson Hole, inbound for a full stop.
Number 241, Mike Charlie, report left base, runway 19er, Jackson Hole.
Left base for 19, Mooney 124, Mike Charlie.
Alliance 289er, 3 for down left, turn left heading 030, maintain 9er, correction 8,000,
runway 19. So we'll clear some more of this obstacles in front of us here, and we'll start to descend down. Jackson Hole Airport field elevation is 6,400 feet, so 7,500.
Speed to discretion, report
7,500 for
flag.
the traffic pattern altitude. So let's start descending here, shall we? You know what, 10 miles out, I'm just going to take the autopilot off.
Alliance 289er, report
We'll do this by hand here.
Flag.
The whole rest of the way in.
It's the final approach fix, report passing the final approach fix, report flag.
So the airport's going to be more this way.
Fort, huh?
And it's going to be to the left. The airport's going to be to the left of
Salt Lake
this,
Center, American
this guy right here.
We're at Alpha 4, Salt Lake. We'd like to push back on the active.
American 710, push approved, face south, or push on the hotel's approved, face south, information echoes current, 34 right.
Okay, we have echo, and we'll push facing south.
I think the airport's right here. Yep, that's the field right here. So we're going to kind of go along that way.
343 at Jackson Hole, bringing taxi 19.
Yeah, 343, runway 19er, taxi Alpha.
19, we Alpha, United 343. Care 429, just passing repo, we're on top now.
Copy.
Let's get this descent coming. I mean, where is the airport? Am I not seeing it? This has got to be the field right here, chat. Yeah, this is it right here. So I'm going to do the left base, runway 19, kind of avoid this little hilltop kind of action right here.
Southwest
on my way doing that.
2596.
25, 96, any chance direct
If you guys want to put landing rate guesses in, now would be a good time to do so.
Stand by. That's 289er. Wind 3405, runway 34 left for the land. And Southwest 2596 cleared, direct destination.
Destination Southwest 2596, thank you.
Am I going crazy, Chad? Is that not the field off my front there? Am I... That's the airport, right?
343, ready for
That's got to, yeah, that's the airport. I got to stop questioning myself here. That's definitely the field. Field in sight.
Yeah, 343, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
100, clear for takeoff, United 343.
gotta clear this little hump right in front here before we can get on down. And if you want to put landing rate guesses in, now is the time.
Care 712, turn 10 degrees to the left, see vectors for the approach.
Let's burn off some speed here.
10 degrees to the left, Care 712.
Care 712, you can expect vectors to final from this.
I will expect vectors to final, Care 712.
Mike Charlie left base for runway 19er.
Number 214 Mike Charlie, traffic departing, say A320, runway 19er, wind, calm, clear to land.
Traffic in sight, clear to land. Mooney 124 Mike Charlie. Hopefully that Airbus starts moving.
American 710, we're ready, taxi 34 right.
Devil scored again. Game is tied, chat. Look at that.
34 right, taxi via hotel.
Okay, taxi via hotel, 34 right, American 710.
There's the field. That Airbus is rolling. Very good. All right, Devils have tied the game 2-2. Coming in really hot, chat. So we're gonna go low here, and we're gonna pitch up and float it. Burn off that speed, let it settle in. Minus 53.
Southwest 202, contact Seattle Center 124.2, bye-bye.
124.2, Southwest 202, thank you very much for OTC, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bit of a sloppy approach, but it ended all well. In center, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie. We're going to be clearing off of runway 19er here. On to Alpha 2. We'd like to taxi back to runway 19 for a southbound departure.
Number 214 Mike Charlie, runway 19er, taxi by Alpha.
19er via Alpha 124 Mike Charlie.
Yeah, 343, departure radar contact, say altitude.
We got one more leg to do, chat. Okay, P&A from Jackson Hole is going to be our one more leg, so we'll go ahead and file that flight plan array.
United
9,500 feet is going to be the altitude for cruise is going to work for us. So one more leg here, chat. We're going to depart heading south kind of along the river road here, and then eventually make our way directly to Tyndale.
I'm
Right
sorry,
down
United
here
343
for our last
coming
leg.
capable 310.
And that'll complete our Wyoming free-for-all. So we'll taxi out to the end of the runway here. Look how beautiful that is, chat. With the mountains and the way the clouds are all kind of melding together.
Is that number 373 Bravo November?
379 Bravo November.
It's an absolutely fabulous view
Roger, stand by.
that the sim is putting out for us right now. Got the snow, you got the mountains, you got some clouds.
Roger, runway 34 left to the land.
Beautiful. Look at that. It's got to be awesome to just kind of taxi out at this airport and see that, because I've never been to this airport in real life. So we're doing this whole event in Wyoming. Wyoming is the only state in the contiguous U.S. of A. that I have not flown into or been into at all in real life yet.
710,
So,
fly heading 340.
these views are views that I have not gotten
takeoff.
personally in real life before, as much as I would like to, because look how nice that is. That's just incredible. That needs a screenshot right there, doesn't it, chat?
Care 468, you can expect holding at the Bozeman VOR.
Okay, we can expect holding.
I definitely required a screenshot.
Care 429, you can expect holding instructions in about 10 minutes.
Care 429, Wilco, also at Bozeman?
Haven't decided yet, but probably.
Care 429, we'll keep thinking about it then.
4 Mike Charlie's ready at 19 Jackson Hole.
American 218, Select Center Radar contact squawk 6034. Number 124, Mike Charlie, southbound departure, approved runway 19 cliff takeoff.
South approved, 19 cliff takeoff, 4 Mike Charlie.
Care 712, turn 10 degrees to the right.
Alright, one more leg,
10 to
chat.
the right, Care 712.
Number 379, Bravo November, clearance available.
Here we go. Beautiful, departing out of here too, look at this.
Number 379, Bravo November, cleared to the Whiskey Sierra Airport as filed. Maintain, stand by, maintain 1,500 is not available for direction of flight. Departure this frequency, squawk 6073.
Remember to put the gear up this time, because I actually forgot that last time. I mean, just look at that view
calling for taxi,
on the
runway
climb out
13.
is insanely beautiful.
Alliance 289, welcome to Salt Lake, right when able. Taxi Bravo Echo, where you're parking.
That's awesome, awesome, just awesome view coming out of here. Off of the right wing.
Alliance
So the
289,
Devils,
where are you
down
parking?
2-0 after the first, have come back and tied the game 2-2 after 2. Should be an
Alliance
entertaining third
289er.
period. Which is why I'm going to
Alright,
wrap up this leg and enjoy
78
the rest
checking
of
in?
that Devils game here, chat.
Yeah, 78 Salt Lake, squawk 6041.
It's alright, let's get ahead and put the heading on autopilot, and we'll do this, and we'll climb at 1,000 feet a minute.
Delta 115 Salt Lake Center, squawk 6057.
And we're going to go up to 9.5.
United 78 radar contact 40 miles east
We're listening
Wilson
to Salt Lake Center right now, so we're going to fly
DME
south here for a little
welcome.
ways until we get up to our altitude, chat, and then once we get up to our 9,500 feet, and we get a little bit further south, right about
November 1,
here,
1816.
then we will cut in towards
VFR
Pendal.
north of Jackson Hole, just about to Jackson Lake, requesting permission
At
to
9,500.
airspace and make a full stop.
November, you said you're north of the field?
Correct.
Number 11816, make straight in, runway 19, report
Great
3
view
mile
behind
final.
us here, chat. That's,
Straight in 19, we'll call 3 mile final.
you actually can see the airplane.
It's
very loud.
Express.
Great views, though.
November Charlie, I'm sorry, Baron, Charlie Golf, Lima Whiskey X-ray, go ahead.
Inbound Jackson Hole, 7 miles north of the field, circling, request landing, runway 19er.
Charlie Golf, Lima Whiskey X-ray, make straight in, runway 19er, you're number 2, traffic.
So we want to be about
5 miles final, runway 19er, make straight in, report 3 mile final.
17 miles, we'll
Straight in,
call
report
it
3 mile final, Charlie Golf, Whiskey X-ray number 2.
13 miles south of the airport
right,
before we start our turn directly towards Pendal. So when this says 13, I'm going to make that turn direct to Pendal, and we're going to level off at our 9,500 feet here. And that should keep us clear of all the terrain. So about 13 miles is what I'm going to be looking for. South of Jackson Hole.
Yeah,
before I turn
2390 Select Center, squawk
to
6040.
KPNA. So let's go ahead and at least get
American
KPNA
17
loaded
radar
up in
contact to
here.
direct Bubby, resume normal speed, come maintain level 290.
Okay, direct
He-
Bubby, resume number speed up to flight level 290, American 710.
N A
And
So
where are you
do
at?
that for now, but I'll do it again when we get to, oh, and I shouldn't have done that because now that it removed my distance here,
November
son of a...
379 Bravo November, runway 13, taxi Alpha. I'm sorry, taxi Bravo.
Why am I doing the things that I'm doing, Chad? Just not paying attention to certain things that I need to be paying attention to on this flight. That's what happens when you don't have full focus.
Spokane.
So I need to clear this really big stuff here before I can turn into... I think if I turn here soon, I'll be able to go
holding instructions, advise
9500.
ready.
Care 468 ready for holding instructions.
No, we're gonna climb, chat. We're gonna climb up to
Care 468, hold, cleared to
11.5,
the VOR,
and that'll make sure we're
direct,
clear of all the obstacles.
hold
If we just climb up
south,
to 11.5, it's easier to play with the altitude
Bozeman, VOR,
than to take all the
on
risks.
the 300 radial left turns.
So what I'll do now is
5 mile
we'll
legs,
activate this,
fit for the clearance.
and we'll hit nav.
At a 0150,
And a climb
time now 0144.
will help us make sure we are above all of the obstacles.
Short final, runway 19.
Charlie Golf Lima. Who's number one? Hang on. Who's number one at Jackson? Who's number one at Jackson Hole?
Charlie Golf Lane Whiskey X-ray doesn't see anybody else.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, runway 19 to the land.
Runway 19 clear to land. Charlie Golf
And I
Lane
think we
Whiskey
will be good.
November 116 has that traffic at Jackson for number 2.
I thought you were behind him. All right, number 11816, traffic bearing short final, runway 19 to the lane, number 2.
Clear line number 2,
Very
19er,
good.
not
So
a
we are
Care
going to be well
468,
above all the obstacles
copy
here.
holding instructions.
Care 468 is clear direct to Bozeman VOR, holding southeast of the Bozeman VOR on the 300 radial. Left turn, 5 mile legs, expect
Very good.
perfect clearance 0150 Zulu.
Care 468, expect for the clearance 0152.
So I don't want to go too high to get into these clouds. So you know what? We're just going to level off right here. We're VFR,
0152, Care 468.
so they'll have to accept what we're doing.
Citation November 6 Juliet, runway 21.5, south-southeast.
We're well out of the delta, so we can switch off of that frequency, which is starting to get pretty annoying too. That was another distraction that I should have eliminated a while ago. So we'll level here. Get some more power. Pulling the mixture back. Kool-Aid Jammers, thanks for coming in today. Just took off out of Jackson Hole on our way to Pendle. It's actually our last leg in the Wyoming free-for-all that we're working on right now. So we got about 18 minutes. Looks like we're picking up some speed here. So yeah, about 15-20 minutes to go here in the stream. Some beautiful, beautiful mountainous terrain all the way so far in Wyoming. It's been a really eyeball-pleasing event tonight, without a doubt. And my hand count was at 15 at its highest point, and it really hasn't gone up from that yet. So 15, it looks like it's going to be final count for tonight's event. Not bad for a Tuesday evening. 15 flying club members all out and about. So IRL and the airline, do they put in an approach while on the ground, or will it depends. If it's a really, really, really quick flight, then we'll put it in on the ground. Otherwise, we'll wait until we are know exactly what we're going to get in the air to kind of set up for the approach. But on the short flights, like if we're doing a really quick hop, like something like 35 minutes, 40-minute leg, we'll just set everything up right away. Have everything all set, ready to go, just so that there is no mistake when the time comes. That it saves you time when you do that stuff on the ground. But on a longer flight, you don't need to really do all that until you start to get closer to your destination. We usually do it before descent, so we'll still do it at cruise before we get to top of descent. But otherwise, only the short flights will we do it on the ground. Again, beautiful landscape out off of both sides of the airplane, really. Just out in the mountains here, flying along. It's great looking sim, no denying that. And we got a great looking airplane here too by Carenado, this Mooney Ovation. Hard to beat, really is hard to beat in terms of just the visual qualities of the sim.
Yeah, sorry about that confusion, man. I wanted to let him know that you were a lot closer to me, so I'm glad you went ahead and did that because there was no sense waiting on me.
I was practically sitting on the ILS glide path. It was basically, I'm on short final, I don't see anybody else.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference between the center radar versus if the tower controller was still on, I would have had a better view on you.
Yep, absolutely.
Cruising along, chat, about 13 minutes to our final destination, which is Pindall, PNA. So we've got our last little page right here. Pindall Airport. Elevation is 7,096, so 71, 8,100 for the traffic pattern altitude, 8,100 for the traffic pattern altitude. It's got a runway 11 and 29, and the wind is 0204. So what would we do with that? I guess it would be closer to runway 11. And since that's the direction we're going, we're going to make this nice and simple on ourselves, chat. We're going to make this last leg a straight in to runway 11 at Pindall. Alright, how do you say PNA? I feel like I'm saying it wrong.
Pinedale.
Pinedale, thank you. Pinedale, chat. Pinedale, Wentzfield. So in 12 minutes, we'll make a straight in to runway 11 at Pinedale. I had a feeling that I was saying it wrong, Chad. I really did, but Brant gave us the confirmation there. The native Wyomingite, or Wyomite, however you call it. Some great views, no matter which way you look. Got a plethora of people online tonight. Got Slant Alpha Adventure streaming. Got Melvin Leroy streaming. Eric Flight streaming. Digital Engineer is doing something different for us. Got Sheet is on. Citation Max. There's a lot of flight simmers on. A lot of flight simmers, VATSimmers online this evening. Appreciate those who are watching me. Being here, stopping by. Enjoying our beautiful scenic tour of Wyoming in the Carenado Mooney Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Absolutely beautiful landscapes. Beautiful looking sim. Doesn't matter which way you slice it. So far, Chad, I've done 3 landings. All 3 have been less than 100 feet per minute. So I'm going to try and keep that streak alive for the last landing here that we're going to do in about 10 minutes. I'm going to try and make all of my landings tonight be better, and we're going to descend back down now to our 9,500 feet, Chad. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll just do it at 500 feet a minute. But we're going to try and make this landing less than 100 feet per minute, see if I can't do the quadruple. Have all my landings be less than 100 feet per minute. No, I have not, Kool-Aid Jammer. Wyoming is the only state in the contiguous U.S., so the 48 state contiguous United States, that I've never been to. I've been to all 47 other states that are in the contiguous, but I have not been to Wyoming. So no, I have not been to Jackson Hole in real life. I haven't been to any of these fields that we participated in tonight. I've been a part of the event. I have not been to any of them in real life before, unfortunately. The one state I haven't checked off my box, I haven't been to Alaska or Hawaii either, so I've been to 47 out of 50, but Wyoming's the one in the contiguous that I have not seen yet with my own eyes, or at least not set foot on. I've flown over it, but I have not set foot on the land in the state, so. It's unfortunate because when we were taking off out of Jackson Hole in the sim, it looks so good. That's a place that I really wish I could have gone to in real life. And maybe I'll still get the chance. I'm sure maybe at some point in my life I will be able to get out there. But so far I've not had that opportunity yet. And definitely missing out on a good landscape over there, no doubt. Fuel-wise, we're good. Bringing us down to 9,500 feet right now. As we finish up, we go into Pinedale, where I'll be doing a straight in for runway 11. So we're getting closer, no doubt about it, to the conclusion of the event here. And then once I finish up and land, we're going to hand you off to either Brant or Rob, depending on where they're at in terms of their streams. Their flights, so that way you guys can continue to enjoy the views of Wyoming a little bit longer. Most likely going to hand you guys off to Rob Sherman Jr., which is Slant Alpha Adventures, but we're still at least 10 minutes away from that, so hang tight. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in today. Hope you guys are enjoying the view in the sim. See if I can get one more good landing out of this Mooney tonight. We have had beautiful mountain landscapes the whole night. This was awesome. I think I picked, I was the one that picked these airports for the event this evening, Chad. I think I did a good job. Don't necessarily mean to toot my own horn, but I think I did a pretty nice job of picking some fields here tonight. If I don't say so myself. It's 17 miles out. Quite see the airport yet, even with the downwind sim binoculars. It's still a bit of a ways out there. Probably covered in a little bit of snow as well. getting warmer. Less than 5 minutes. I think I can just barely see some poppy out there, chat. So we just barely kind of see the runway. Okay, we're gonna go straight in for runway 11. Devils game is just starting. Third period, tied 2-2. Let's go, Devils. Oh yeah, definitely see the field out there. 12 o'clock, in sight. Very good. Pinedale, Wentzfield traffic. Mooney 124 Mike Charlie, 10 miles to the northwest. Gonna be straight in for runway 11 and a full stop. Pinedale. There she blows. Start slowing down, bring the prop full. Kind of give us a little bit of a speed brake, start bringing the power back, and we'll start slowing down here. Get ourselves set up for one final landing. Well, that's awesome. I wish I could have gone, man. I really do. Some nice little reservoirs out here. All right, last chance, last landing, chat. Put your landing rate guesses in. Again, my first 3 landings have all been less than 100 feet per minute. So choose your landing rate guesses accordingly. Hopefully this isn't the one where I freaking jinx myself and end up doing something like a super hard landing. Talk the autopilot off. We'll hand fly the rest of the way with the field in sight. First notch flaps in. Minus 78 might be a good guess. We'll see. See if I can be consistent. Hey, Mr. Leroy with the party of 14 raid. Thank you for coming in today, Melvin Leroy and company. We are actually on a straight-in approach to runway 11 at Pinedale, which is our final stop. So you guys are just in time for the final landing of the evening. And if you guys who are just joining from Melvin Leroy's stream want to put in a landing rate guess, now would be the time to do so. Because
hey,
I am on about a 5-mile
just
final.
A little bit early, but appreciate you flying along, Mike. Great event. We'll talk to you soon.
It's a beautiful home state you've got here, my man. Have a great night. Thanks for coming in today.
All right, we'll see you. Bye, Brett.
So we're starting to lose some of the snow here. Active Sky is kind of, or not Active Sky, Rex Weather Force, excuse me, is kind of removing some of our snow effect here, which is kind of disappointing. But we do have the runway in sight over here. We're slightly high. Again, if you want, you do not need to use the exclamation point predict. You can just put in the number, positive or negative. You don't need the exclamation point predict in there. If you want to take a landing rate guess. Again, thank you for all those that are joining from the Melvin Leroy channel on the raid. Thanks for coming in today. You've caught me towards the end here, but you get to see me try and attempt one more, hopefully good landing in the Carenado Mooney before the night is done. Pinedale traffic, Mooney 4 Mike Charlie, 4-mile final, straight in, runway 11, full stop, Pinedale. See 2 white, 2 red. We're lined up. We're looking good here. Bring the gear down. Second notch of flaps. Make sure that that text pilot isn't coming into Pinedale. Nope. Okay, good. Final notch flaps. Really should start to slow up more for our final approach speed. At about here. Last chance for a Lenny rate guess if you want to put one in. Last chance, last chance. What are we gonna do? Awful lot of text chatter on Unicom right now. Well, looks like there's a guy on the ground here taxiing up. We'll let this settle in. Oh, I might have flared a little early. Come on. Oh, we're gonna float. We're floating. Floating a lot. Minus 54, so we really milked that one. We floated quite a bit. Minus 78 was the closest Kool-Aid jammer. We're nicely done. We'll exit to the left here, get off the runway, taxi out to the ramp. Pinedale, Wensfield traffic, Mooney 124 Mike Charlie is clear of the runway. Pinedale. Alright. We have completed our tour of Wyoming. We'll taxi on out over to the ramp area over here. We'll say a few things before we head on out. So bear with me, chat. Hauling some butt on this taxiway here. Just pull right on into the ramp. We're gonna call anywhere is good. So right here is good. How about that? That works for me, chat. Oh, I never did bring the flaps up. Good thing they are electronically controlled. I think. Don't think you can maneuver them in the showcase cam, though. I don't think they operate. Anyways, we're here. This is a beautiful view at this Pinedale Wensfield Airport. Right in the distance with the mountains back there and everything. Alright. Well, we've made it. We have completed our tour of Wyoming. So let's talk about a couple things. First of all, if you are not already a member of the Virtual USA Flying Club, which is the club that I run and did this event this evening, take a look at that Discord link right there that I just pulled up. The Virtual USA Flying Club is a general aviation flying club on the VATSIM network, so you do need to be a VATSIM member. We do events like you just saw tonight between me and Melvin Leroy at least 3 or 4 times a month. So if you enjoy GA, that's the place to be. Make sure you read the welcome and the rules page if you decide to join the Discord. For those of you that were watching me tonight, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's see who else is streaming. Oh, I guess before we go, the next event that the Virtual USA Flying Club has coming up, might as well show you guys. We have the Road to Super Bowl 55. It's a charter event, so we're going to be doing some jet charter stuff. I'll most likely be in the CJ4 right here on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 for that one, chat. Thursday, February 4th from 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. Fly into either Tampa or St. Pete Clearwater Airport in preparation for the Super Bowl. That will be that following Sunday on the 7th. We're doing the event on the 4th to get all the people there nice and ready for those that are participating in the Super Bowl. And obviously in the real world, because of COVID, the Super Bowl is definitely being scaled down quite a bit. I think it's going to be limited attendance and everything. It's certainly not what it would normally be, but everything has changed and everything is different right now because of COVID, obviously. But, alright. I'm going to stop talking so much. Let's see who we're going to raid, chat. I think we were talking about raiding Slan Alpha Adventures, which is our buddy Rob Schumann Jr., who's also doing this event. He is still going, so we are going to hand it off to him. I'm going to set it up, get the raid ready. Before I go, thank you for coming in today, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. For those that came over from Melvin Leroy, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you being here. Have a great night, guys. Stay safe.
I mean, it's not